What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. And the Detroit Lions took Kerryon Johnson, one of the running backs I like. I did an NFL draft spotlight on him. Man, I like the pick. They moved up for him. They must have identified some other traits that they liked about Kerryon Johnson. And my first encounter watching Kerryon Johnson was this season. And, I think the first game they played Georgia, in a lot of different games this year, he was toting the rock, man. He was really toting that rock. And he was a workhorse. And they was wearing him out. The mileage might be a little bit of a concern. But, apparently, during the draft analyst with Mel Kiper, his biggest games came versus the toughest opponents in the SEC. He a dog, man. He a dog. I like him. He might not have been one of the favorite backs by the fans. A lot of Penn fans like Penny. A lot of Penn fans like Royce Freeman. A lot of fans like Darius Geis. But as far as Darius Geis, it seemed like he missed some NFL meetings, man. And, his professionalism is being questioned. About Harold Landry, their back and knee injury and being a run-trick pony from what I understand. I don't know if he went yet. I just got home, and started watching the draft for some shopping. So I don't know who went and who didn't go. Deshaun Hand, I'm not sure if he went. I just know that he never lived up to his potential when he was the number one high schooler coming out over Leonard Fournette. But yeah, man, I'm excited about this pick. I didn't think the Lions was going to take a running back because they was throwing a lot of smoke screens out there, man, saying that they wasn't looking for a back. They was looking for a back. Oh, maybe, we're going to see who they're in the third and fourth, fifth round. And Bob Quinn was bluffing. Now, everybody knows that I wasn't the biggest fan of, the Frank pick, man. And I got a video that I'm going to drop, after this video, re-explaining my stance on there. I was a little bit angry and irate last night. But Kerryon Johnson, I like the pick. I'm still concerned about the pass rushing thing the Lions, got a hole in where they got they need another defensive end. They need a pass rushing specialist. They probably need another interior lineman. I don't like the outside linebackers. I don't know much about them. But, obviously they know they had an issue. They know they messed up last year by not drafting Alvin Kamara or Dalvin Cook. They identified that, okay, we have a real problem. And without this run game taking off, no matter who we put on the defensive side of the ball, we're going to have a gaping hole there. So we need a real workhorse running back, to really help, Matthew Stafford and LeGarrette Blount. And Kerryon Johnson can hit the third and fourth gear. So can LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette Blount is an underrated speed big back. Everybody look at him. He's big, athletic, and jump quick. But he got some good long speed. And him and Kerryon Johnson is going to be a formidable one, too. Now, another question before I get to finish fully breaking down Kerryon Johnson, I'm going to let y'all know something else as well about this whole Kerryon Johnson NFL draft spot that I did on him, was the fact that, what's going on with Amir Abdullah? Are they going to deal him? Because I don't see Theo Reddick, leaving. Because Theo Reddick, at the end of the day, he's one of the best receiving backs out the NFL, in the backfield of the NFL. Top 5, top 3, in my opinion. And also, he brings some value if you need a slot receiver. So, I see, basically, Amir Abdullah, he can't be a fullback. I see him being the odd man out. So I would be looking for him to be traded pretty soon or somewhere in the process of the training camp or something like that. But I was asked by another page to use my voice from the NFL spotlight I did for Kerryon Johnson. So that's very ironic that I got that request right before the draft the other day, and I approved of it. And he turns out to be the pick. When they traded up, I really wasn't sure because I walked through the door, had to get my puppy together and get everybody together, and and I sat down. I see they traded up with New England. And it was Kerryon Johnson. It was a guy I liked on film. I know he got a little bit of hip tightness, but I just seen him toting that thing in the SEC, excuse me. He was a workhorse. He was explosive back. And I know a lot of people not going to like the pick, but I like him. I really did like what I seen on film from that guy. And versus the better the competition got, the better he got. He got a nice stutter step, explosive, stiff arm, and he got vision. And him and LeGarrette Blount can complement each other. I think that's the key. They didn't go get a guy like Royce Freeman, which I don't have no issue with, but I do know Royce Freeman is a bigger back. He got some good speeds for his size. He resembles, a little bit for the size and athletic ability of a LeGarrette Blount. I think that they need another, at least a balance back. That's why I kind of like Geis a little bit without knowing what happened behind the scenes, because he was a good, tough runner, and he was an explosive back. You feel me? He was explosive. He was a tough runner. He can give you the long speed. He could do a little bit of both. Kerryon Johnson is the same way. He's a little bit lankier and long and taller, but he's an explosive back, and he produces on the top level. And seeing him get picked along with Frank, who gives a fuck, no disrespect to Frank, who gives a fuck, from Arkansas Center, I see the Lions identifying a problem that's been a 20-year-long problem, but minus the 1 year with James Stewart and minus the 1 year with Reggie Bush and Joyke Bell. I see them saying, like, historically, this has been an issue. Our quarterback has only had, I think, only 800-yard rushers, okay? And out of those 800-yard rushers, he's 7-1. And the one loss, he got knocked out the game. So, we identified a major hole, and that is a major hole, man. They not going with the norm, with believing Abdullah, believing in Redigan. They looked at the film, seen that we needed a good running game, got Blunt, got Kerryon Johnson, and basically the scheme is going to be the pass rush for the Lions. The scheme that they're going to run is going to be very, very key in the development of Teez Tabor and Jamal Agnew potentially playing the two corner and the nickel, and Quadre Diggs, the strong safety, is really, and Miles Killebrew playing the nickel, the joker position as well, is going to be really, really indicative of how this season goes. The offense is instantly been upgraded. I mean, Golden Tate, he might earn his contract this year. With the threat of a run game, and Luke Wilson and Michael Roberts can control the middle of the field, and Luke Wilson can stretch the middle of the field with athletic ability and make plays down the middle of the field, is in the running game. Golden Tate might be one of your top, fantasy draft picks this year. I'm being serious. The way he's about to eat underneath with a run game and the play action and some of the quick moves he come out the break, they might want to pay that man right now. I wasn't in favor of bringing him back because of the age, but I know what he about to do this year. With a running game and a tight end that can kind of stretch the middle of the field, he going to be dangerous this year, man. I might be turning the corner. I might be pay him now, or you going to have to pay him a lot more, because I think that's the one guy that's going to really benefit from a run game and Luke Wilson stretching the middle of the field from tight end. I really do. And Kerryon Johnson is going to help make, and LeGarrette Blount's going to help make Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, and Kenny Galladay and Matthew Stafford life a lot easier, in my opinion. But let me know what y'all think. We gone.